Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we're talking about everything wellness. Okay guys, let's recap. Welcome back to my page where we are going through a wellness journey where I will be sharing with you the 8 dimensions of wellness, which include physical, intellectual, emotional, social, spiritual, vocational, financial, and environmental. I will be sharing with you different goals that I have, different ideas that we can look into to be successful. The whole point is to not just focus on one area, but to kind of take a holistic approach so that we could feel fulfilled at the end of our day, at the end of our year, and beyond. I'm actually convinced that this is a great plan for success. Did you just say, why do I think that? Because if I'm honest and I look back over the past 12 to 15 years of my life, each year has prepared me for the moments of 2020, 2021, 2022, and I'm sure beyond. Each year I didn't give credit, but now that I look back, I learned very important lessons for each year that have built upon each other over time. So that's why I am convinced that it takes a holistic approach and it's not just one area that needs attention. We have to always be searching for fulfillment in all of these areas for success. So today's video, we're going to be talking about intellectual wellness or intellectual well-being. All right, let me read from my notes so I make sure we don't miss anything. Intellectual wellness is maintaining curiosity about all there is to learn, expanding knowledge and skills while discovering the potential of sharing gifts with others. So I'm sure this section will immediately trigger some because you automatically feel like the solution is that I'm going to tell you to go back to school. And for some, that might be true, but it's not the end all be all. So how about we spend this time to kind of brainstorm different ways in which we can enhance our intellectual well-being. For starters, I'm going to share with you a few things that I have decided to do for myself to make sure that I am intellectually well at the end of the day, at the end of the week, month, year, and beyond. I plan to continue reading to learn, not just recreational reading, but reading books, articles, research, that type of stuff, because you can never have enough information. I also plan to research topics. As you see, I started off with topic of wellness, and sometimes it just kind of flows. It's not even a huge thought. But research is fundamental because right here lately, we are just trusting other people's opinion and other people's research, and we really need to seek out things for ourselves. Not to say that other people's information can't be trusted, but we can't always trust other people's information, including social media, including the internet, because I'm telling you, in this day and age, whatever you're looking for, you're going to find something or someone to support your idea. So it's very important that we start researching our own stuff so that we know for ourselves what we believe and what we don't believe and what is right, what is wrong, and all that stuff. And most importantly, challenge myself to try new things, learn new skills, just being creative as best I can. So I want to share 3 ways with you in which you can enhance your intellectual well-being. The first one is reading, and I think that just goes without saying. Reading is definitely fundamental, and it can actually help us. Reading actually helps us with memory, vocabulary, and information. That vocabulary piece is huge because nowadays we're all like making our own words up, and we're even using words not with the proper definition behind it. So a lot of times when people are sending you information or asking you questions, you need to constantly ask for clarity because they might not be using the word in the proper way that it's supposed to be used. A second way to enhance our intellectual well-being is to explore And no, back in the day, that would have meant reading a Britannica encyclopedia, spending all day in a library, sometimes spending all day online researching stuff. And it doesn't always have to be that intense. Go to a museum, go to a museum a couple times a year. Museum of Fine Arts, Museum of African American History. I know at the casino there's a museum of the Native Americans and stuff like that. Even going to the national parks, going for walks, there's always monuments or some type of markings to let you know what was happening in this area back in the day. And lastly, just trying to be as creative as possible. Creativity helps with your memory. It also helps with your emotional stability. So let's start going over some of the areas where you can look into to actually enhance intellectual well-being. Social media is a place, because right here lately, a lot of us don't have cable. We rely on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and you barely have to turn on the news. You go to the news for your local information, but a lot of times you don't have to go to the news because somebody will post it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, something. But sometimes it's hard to connect the dots if we only limit ourselves to social media to keep us in the loop. You can do something as simple as YouTube is a very credible source at times. You can go up there for math tutoring. You can go up there, learn how to sew, how to fix a tire, how to change your headlights, certain diet recipes and stuff like that. So YouTube can be very informational as well as entertaining. But most importantly, let's think about some of the goals that we have and what level of education is required to be successful on that career path. Granted, everyone does not need a college degree, but you do need to be committed to learning. Even when you go on your job and you're on orientation, you're expected to learn the roles of that job if you didn't already know it coming in. So I know we say reading is fundamental, but learning is fundamental. And there's always people who say, who kind of shy away from college degree. That's fine. But you do have to find ways to educate yourself as best as you can. And it doesn't always have to be the most expensive option out there. Your local community college offers classes. Actually, 2020, I took a class at Yale University for free. I forget the title of it, but it was something about happiness. And I felt like the lady did a very good job with trying to open your mind to where happiness comes from, what kind of falls in that category, and those type of things. And it really stems to the basics. A lot of times we put this big criteria out there and it doesn't always take all that. But let's be clear, education of any kind is definitely a great investment in yourself. And like I said, sometimes you can't afford to go to the most expensive school, but there's always a school out there for everybody. I even challenge you to ask Google or Siri what job opportunities are out there for people who do not have a college education or who only have high school diploma or, different trade options and stuff like that. Because believe it or not, you can find courses out there. There's even ways to learn a foreign language online for free. You just have to be willing to put the work in, to brainstorm and figure out which process will be best for you. So are we all going to go sign up for school after we watch this video? No, but I just hope that it opened your mind to the different areas in which you can improve your knowledge base and help you understand that it doesn't always have to be a college education. It could also be a trade school. It could be a certificate. And it's funny because I checked the mail today and the local community college sent the flyer with all the inexpensive courses that they're willing to offer. And they even offer, what do you call it, like payment plans to help you be able to afford it. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you are finding this information helpful. And always leave a comment, or feel free to leave a comment down below to let me know that we are getting well together. Take care.